Hi, my name is Angie. I'm a social psychology professor and yoga instructor. Been making videos during this COVID-19 quarantine and beyond period as we move forward maybe into the next phase of how we cope with this international crisis. I'm realizing one of the things that I really need to keep going in pretty much every area of life is strength. So today's class is going to be focused on physical strength, but also a little bit of mental challenge. That is, if you push yourself through it, that's also building some resilience. Resilience as a psychological concept is something that actually needs some kind of trauma or some kind of challenge or difficulty for us to be able to develop. And definitely this is a period in global society where that's something that we're all working on. And so if this class might help even just a little bit for you, or give you a little bit of time today to take a little bit of a break from everything else that's going on, then I think that's a good thing. So again, strength for today. We'll be working on the legs, the arms, the core, and the back. Everything is yoga inspired, but we'll take a little bit of liberties with how we practice or perform some of the movements today. Listen to your body. If you need a break, take it. If you need to take a softer version of something, go ahead and do that. We're going to jump right in with Ashtanga sun salutations today. If you have not yet, maybe pause the video, go wash your hands, go wash your face with soap and water, so you're nice and fresh for the practice today. When you're ready then, we'll come to the top of the mat in standing to get right to it. So, in sun salutations, we always want to start with a strong standing base. Legs are active, core is braced, not sucked in, but activated. Pelvis is neutral, spine is long. We try to relax our chest and shoulders, that is, we don't pull anything back or down, but just relax, release any tension there. Find a neutral position for the neck, for the chin. See if you can release any tension in the jaw. Then we'll inhale our palms up, gazing up. Exhaling, hinging forward from the hips, spine stays long, relaxing your neck. Inhale, lengthening the spine, gazing up. Exhale, stepping or jumping the feet back into plank, bending the elbows, elbows stay near to the chest, chaturanga. Inhale, rolling the chest through, gazing up. Exhale, pulling the weight back. Downward facing dog, we stay for 1, breathing deeply. 2, adjusting anything if you need to. It's our first down dog today. 3, feet hips distance apart, parallel toes facing forward. 4, feeling the stretch down the back of the legs. And 5, stepping or jumping the feet forward. Inhale, lengthening the spine, gazing up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, hinging from the hips, bringing the palms up, gazing up. Exhaling, second round. Inhaling your palms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Again, spine stays long. Inhale, lengthening, gazing forward. Exhaling, stepping or jumping the legs back. Spine is long, core is braced, bending the elbows, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling the weight back, downward facing dog. For 1, again, feet hips distance apart, parallel toes facing forward. 2, palms shoulder distance apart, maybe a little bit wider, fingers spread. 3, keeping the shoulders spreading down the back, not collapsing into the neck. 4, spine is long, gaze is toward the navel. And 5, stepping or jumping the feet forward, inhaling, gazing up, exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, hinging from the hips, bringing the palms up, gazing up, exhaling, third round. Inhaling your palms up, exhaling, forward fold, legs stay active. Inhale, lengthening the spine, gazing up. Exhale, stepping or jumping the feet back, bending the elbows, chaturanga, strong spine. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling the feet back, downward facing dog. For 1, it's okay if you need to bend your knees here. 2, just try to keep the hips up. 3, spine long. 4, and 5. Stepping or jumping your feet forward, inhaling, gazing up, exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, hinging from the hips, bringing the palms up, gazing up, exhaling. Last round, Surya Namaskar, inhaling, palms up, exhaling, forward fold, hinging from the hips. Inhale, lengthening the spine, gazing up. Exhale, stepping or jumping the feet back, bending the elbows, elbows stay near the chest, inhaling. And exhaling, hips back, downward facing dog. Breathing deeply, 1, 2, cupping your palms, your arms stay active, 3, 4, and 5. Stepping or jumping the feet forward, inhaling, gazing up, exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, hinging from the hips, bringing the palms up, gazing up, exhaling, Samasthiti or neutral. Surya Namaskar V, inhale, bending the knees, bringing the palms up, gazing up, exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, lengthening the spine, gazing up. Exhale, stepping or jumping the feet back, bending the elbows 90 degrees if possible. Chaturanga, inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling the hips back, downward facing dog. Turning the left heel in, stepping the right foot forward, bending the right knee, bringing the palms up, gazing up. Exhaling the palms down, stepping the right leg back, lowering into Chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog, shoulders away from the ears here. Exhaling, downward facing dog, turning the right heel in, stepping the left foot forward, bending the left knee, bringing the palms up, gazing up. Exhaling the palms down, stepping the left leg back, bending the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. And exhaling, downward facing dog. Again, breathing deeply. For 1, 2, trying to keep breathing through your nose. 3, staying connected to your body, listening to your body. 4, and 5, stepping or jumping the feet forward, inhaling, gazing up, exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, bending the knees, bringing the palms up, gazing up, exhaling, Samasthiti, second round, last round B, inhaling, bending your knees, palms up, exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, lengthening the spine, gazing up. Exhale, stepping or jumping back, Chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling the hips back, downward facing dog. Turning the left heel in, stepping the right foot forward, keeping your hips square, palms up. Exhaling the palms down, stepping the right leg back, Chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling the hips back, downward facing dog. Turning the right heel in, left foot forward, bending the left knee, palms up. Exhaling the palms down, stepping the left leg back, bending the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling the hips back, downward facing dog. Last time, enjoy your best down dog for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Stepping or jumping your feet forward, inhaling, gazing up, exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, hinging from the hips, bringing the palms up, gazing up, exhaling. Samasthiti. So we'll take some modified yogi squats. Stepping or jumping the feet, hips distance apart. Feet parallel, toes facing forward, starting with the chair pose. Inhaling, palms up, palms facing down. Exhaling, bending the knees, gazing forward, strong legs for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pressing through the heels, back up. Exhale, take a breath. Second squat, inhaling, palms up. Exhale, sitting down this time. We're going to turn and open to the right side, gazing over the right shoulder for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Palm back to center, pressing through the heels, back up, taking a breath. You know what's coming, other side. Inhaling, palms up. Exhaling, squatting down, strong legs, opening the left palm to the left side, gazing back for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Palm back to center, pressing through the heels, back up. I'm regretting my own lesson plan here. Inhaling, palms up. Exhaling, sitting down, palms together at prayer. Seeing if we can bring that right elbow outside of the left knee, gazing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Palms back to center, back up. Whew. One more. Inhaling, palms up. Exhaling, sitting into squat, palms together. Right elbow outside of the left knee, gazing up for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back to center, strong legs, pressing through the heels, back up. Whew. Coming to the top of the mat. Toes together, heels maybe slightly apart. Whew. Go ahead and step the left foot back, wide distance. Heels are aligned, left toes in, 45 to 60 degrees, right toes facing forward. Hips open, aligned with the length of the mat. It's a strength class. We've got to do a warrior sequence. Palms up, shoulder height, spreading your shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, sitting straight down. Seeing if we can find 90 degrees on this right knee. Not letting it collapse inward, but stay open. Gazing forward for 1, 2, breathing deeply. 3, 4, and 5. Pressing through that right heel, turning the right toes in, left toes to the back of the mat. Exhale, bending the left knee. Remember, for resilience, we need challenge and difficulty. To build strength, it's the same. Gazing forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pressing through that left heel, turning the left toes in, right toes to the top of the mat. Again, bending the right knee, right elbow to right knee. Extending the left arm, gazing up, extended side angle for 1, shoulders away from the ears. 2, shoulders spreading down the back. 3, we want the left side up here. 4, and 5. Inhale, pressing through that right heel, turning the right toes in, left toes to the back. Exhale, bending the left knee, left elbow to left knee, extending the right arm, gazing up for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Strong left leg back to center, turning the toes in. You might, for comfort, slightly shorten the stance. We'll take a goddess pose. Inhaling, palms up, shoulder height. Exhale, wide legs, squat, gazing forward for 1, 2, 3, keeping those shoulders down, 4, and 5. Showing heels, pressing up, releasing your hands, taking a breath. We'll do a second round. So inhaling the palms up, exhale, sitting down. You can stay in goddess. If you want a little more challenge, coming up on the toes. For 1, 2, 3, I'm already shaking. 4, and 5, heels down, pressing back up to standing, turning the left toe in, right toe to the top of the mat, squaring the hips to the top of the mat, taking a warrior 1. So making sure you have a wide enough stance, we'll bend to that right knee. This time our hips are square to the top. Tailbone is down, pelvis neutral, palms up. For 1, shoulders away from the ears. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pressing through that right heel, turning the right toes in. Left toes to the back, squaring your hips to the back. Bending that left knee, gazing up. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pressing through that left heel, left toes in, taking a breath by adding a stretch. So palms to the hips, elbows back, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, gazing slightly up. Exhaling, forward fold. If your legs are nice and open, palms might come all the way to the ground. If your back's a bit tight, you might give yourself some support here. Choosing your option in any position. Inhale, lengthening your spine. And exhaling, forward fold, making sure the toes are pointing forward or slightly in. You don't want your feet rolling out. For 1, 2, breathing deeply, keeping the legs active. 3, 4, and 5. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhaling, palms to the hips, elbows back, strong core. Inhaling, back up to standing. Exhaling, stepping or jumping to the top of the mat. Take a standing balancing sequence. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. We'll extend that and play in Degasana. So, you want your starting stance to be feet close to one another, but we'll transfer the weight into the left foot. Inhaling, raising the right leg. You can grab the right knee and stand up nice and tall. If your legs are very tight, your back is tight, you stay here. Otherwise, we exhale, extend that right leg. Gazing forward toward a single point for 1, 2, strong left hip, left leg. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, slowly opening with your knees bent or straight. Right leg to the right side, keeping that strong left hip, gazing over the left shoulder for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly left leg back to center. When we find our balance, we release that leg, whether the knee is bent or straight. Keep lifting that leg for 1, shoulders relaxed. 2, no leaning backward. 3, 4, and 5. Here we're going to find Degasana. So opening your legs to the side. We'll extend the right leg back. See if we can find keeping the hips square. Long spine, pointing the right toes for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pushing it, we're going to try to pulse just the leg. Keep the spine long for 1, lifting it up and down. 2, 3, 4, almost there, and 5, coming back up to standing. A minute. Other side. So, shifting the weight into the right foot. Inhale, raising the left leg, so bending the left knee and grabbing the left knee, or grabbing the left big toe, extending the left leg forward, trying to keep those hips square. For 1, 2, 3, left leg stays active. 4, and 5, slowly opening the left leg to the left side. Standing nice and tall, we're not leaning to the side. Gazing if you can over the right shoulder for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly left leg back to center. Releasing the left toe or the left knees. Keep lifting the leg for 1. Standing up nice and tall, shoulders aligned with the hips. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Opening the arms, shoulder height, Degasana. Sneaking the left leg back. Chest forward, trying to keep the hips square, pointing the left toes for 1, 2, 3, 4, And 5, pulsing that left leg. We're staying here for 1, 2, 3, requires a lot of stability in the hips. 4, and 5, coming back up to standing. Whatever it looks like, we made it. Coming back to the top of the mat, we'll work our way through a plank sequence. Inhaling the palms up. Exhaling, hinging forward from the hips. Take a breath for the stretch. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Taking our time, stepping the left leg back, the right leg back. Finding a higher plank. Spreading those shoulders, core is active, spine is long for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pulling yourself back into a downward facing dog. We'll transition between down dog and plank, bringing the knees up to the elbows. Pulling yourself forward into plank, right knee to the right elbow, to the left elbow, back to plank, back to down dog. 1, back into plank, left knee to left elbow, left knee to right elbow, back to plank, back to down dog. 2, we've got to do 10 of these. So 3, right knee, back, 4, left knee, 5, back to the right. Good job, halfway there. 6, left knee. 7, 8, really working the shoulder stability and the core here. 9, and last one, you've got this. 10, left knee. And let's take a breath in downward facing dog. Spreading those shoulders. Before we come back into plank. And we're going to take a side plank. So you can either bring the right knee down, right toes back, or right palm to center, opening up toward the left side. The left foot can be behind or on top of the right. Lifting the right arm, gazing forward or up for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now really pushing ourselves, we're going to pulse that left leg if you can for 1, 2, 3, 2 more, 4, and 5. Left toes down, left palm down. Let's take a child's pose. Coming on the knees, pulling the body back, resting in this position. Relaxing the shoulders, finding your breath, relaxing the back of the core, coming back into plank. Palms forward, stepping the toes back, finding that long spine, side plank on the left side. So you can either bring the left knee down, right toes to the side and lift up, or we can do this position up on the left foot, gazing forward or up for 1. Show you what this looks like on the knee this time. 2, keeping that top leg active. 3, 4, and 5. Now pulsing that right leg, lifting up for 1. Slow and steady movement. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and make your way back into plank. Flip back to the other side. Breathing deeply and pulling the weight back into down dog. A little bit more work for those shoulders, for those triceps. So we are going to go from 3-legged dog to a tricep push-up. Trying to do 5 on each side. We'll take a break in between. Anchoring through that left foot. We'll inhale. Raise the right leg up, keeping the hips square. Exhaling, right knee to the right elbow. Bending the elbows. Pressing back up, extending the leg, that's 1. Keep breathing. 2, if you need to, you can do this with smaller movement. 3, 4, that could be not bending your elbows. And 5, go ahead and extend that right leg up. Bring the leg down, take a breath. We're halfway there, we've got to do the other side. So anchoring the right foot, inhale, extending the left leg. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, bending the elbows. 1, 2, 3. Remember, we want it to be a challenge. That's the only time it's going to pay off. 4, last one. And 5, extending the left leg back, bringing the foot to the ground. One more time. Breathing in downward facing dog, keeping those shoulders spreading. We've got one more move through our plank sequence. Bringing the chest forward, finding plank. Bending the elbows, chaturanga, we're going to hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, almost there, and 5, slowly release down to the ground. Taking any relaxation pose, and taking a breath. I'm in a hot country. If you're warm, that's a good sign. From here, we're going to start working much more isolating the muscles of the back, both the lower back and the upper back. So we'll start with Shavasana. Heels together, toes together. Palms down near to the hips, palms facing the ceiling. As we inhale, we'll lift the chest. Gazing up, exhale, lift the feet. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're not done. Bending the elbows, palms down near to the lower ribs. We're not pressing. We're just resting there. Shoulders are spreading away from ears for 1, 2, 3. Heels together, toes together. 4. Legs are straight. And 5. Exhale, slowly release. Good job. Take a breath. We're going to push that a little harder, but we'll do one arm, one leg at a time. So you can bring your palms forward. This time our feet can be hips distance apart. As we inhale, we'll lift the right arm. Exhale, left leg gazing forward. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, slowly releasing, relaxing, doing whatever you want with your hands. Other side, arms, shoulder distance apart. Inhale, raising the left arm. Exhale, right leg stays straight. For 1, try and get the thigh off the ground. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, slowly releasing, relaxing. Take a breath. Opening the arms, shoulder height, palms facing down. Opening the feet wider, maybe mat width, maybe a little wider. Inhale, lifting the arms. Exhaling, lifting the legs for 1. Breathing deeply. 2, got this. 3, 4, and 5. Those shoulders stay away from the ears, releasing, relaxing. And bringing heels together, toes together, palms down near to the hips.
You can leave your arms here, or if we can, we'll interlock the palms behind the back if you want to, pointing the index fingers back, feeling your chest already rolling open. Then inhale, lifting the chest, pressing the top of the feet down for 1, 2, just using the strength of the back here, 3, 4, keep breathing, and 5, exhaling, slowly releasing, relaxing. One more back bending pose. It's going to work a bit of strengthening in the upper back, but come back into our quadriceps. Bending the knees. We're going to try to grab both ankles with both palms. If this is difficult, you can do one side at a time, using the other arm for support. We'll take 2 rounds. Inhaling, same thing, lifting the chest. Exhaling, using your legs, pulling the feet back. Come deeper, Dhanurasana for 1, knees staying near to one another, retreating if we bring them out to the side, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, slowly releasing, relaxing, taking a breath. Then if you did one side at a time, shifting to the other side. If you did the full thing, we'll do one more round. Bending the knees, grabbing the ankles with both palms. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, using the feet to pull you back, keeping the hips anchored for 1, 2, spreading those shoulders. 3, 4, feeling the opening in the chest. And 5, slowly releasing, relaxing. Take one quick breath. Then we need to reverse that position. So pressing ourselves up and back. Into child's pose, you can have your arms forward if that feels comfortable. If it feels like it's pinching or something, you might have your arms back. Trying to release, relax. We don't want our shoulders coming up, but we do want them spreading down the back. And breathing deeply. Just a few things left for the core, for the glutes. Go ahead and put your palms down near to your knees, pressing yourself up into seated. We'll extend the legs forward. So, 2 things, putting everything in the core together, from the psoas up through the upper abdominals. Starting with Navasana, we're going to do 3 rounds here. Sitting up tall on the sits bone, spine is long, legs are long and active. We'll lean our chest back, keeping that chest open until that's as far as we can go without falling over, lifting the legs to find a balance point. Bending your knees if you need to, palms up facing one another. If it's very difficult, you can put one leg down. For 1, gazing toward the toes. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bending the knees, pressing through the palms, sitting up nice and tall. Leaning back for the second round. Extending the legs. Extending the arms for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bending the knees, pressing through the palms, almost there. One last round. Leaning backward, extending the legs, extending the arms for 1, 2, 3. Hang in there, 2 more. And 1, bending the knees, pressing through the palms, sitting up nice and tall, finding length in the spine. Then we're going to roll onto the back. Taking your feet mat distance apart or wider, toes facing up, so we're not rolling our hips open. Pointing the toes. We'll open the arms, shoulder height. As we inhale, we're going to try to lift our legs to 45 degrees and stay there. Exhale. Only the shoulder blades off the ground, lower back stays down for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly coming back down, just like Navasana. 3 rounds, taking a break if you need to. Bending your knees or adjusting if you need to. Second round, lifting the legs, lifting the arms. For 1, lower back stays down. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 2/3 of the way done. Taking a breath. We've got just one last round. Inhaling the legs up. Exhaling the chest. For 1. Hang in there. 2. 3. You can do this. 4. And 5. We made it. Releasing your arms. Releasing the legs. We're going to try to find something kind of like that position, but requiring a bit more openness in the legs, stability throughout the core. If we can in this position, we're going to bring our legs up and our toes down behind the head, trying to open the toes to about 90 degrees. If you can find that position, grabbing the big toe, then we press through the toes. Inhale, see if we can find ourselves in seated. If it's difficult to start that lying on the back, no problem, just go ahead and sit up. And then do the same thing, bending the knees, grabbing the toes, seeing if you can extend your legs. But wherever you are, we're just working on finding that stability, that core strength to keep our spine long. And see if we can gaze up, relaxing those shoulders for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, go ahead and bend your knees, come back into seated, gently rocking through the hip socket in butterfly. The last pose from seated. You can repeat, or we've been gradually working a bit deeper into the hamstrings. So if that pose was really comfortable for you, we'll add some arm strength, which means we'll be using the shoulders, the core, the legs, the back, everything together, stability in the hips to keep ourselves supported. So if you want to try something a little bit deeper, we're going to do Tadasana. So something that will look fairly similar, but we're going to be balanced on the hands. So remember, your option is to take a second round of Upavishta Konasana B or Tadasana. So for Tadasana, we need to come up on the feet. Feet are slightly wider than hips distance apart. Bending the knees, bringing the palms behind the heels, fingers spread, pressing the palms down, starting to see if you can just bring the weight back and be supported on your hands. If this hurts your wrist or something else, go back to the other option. If we feel kind of okay here, see if you can lift the feet off the ground. The shoulders are strong enough to support you. Let's see if we can straighten the legs. First option is here. You should feel it in the hip flexors, maybe down the back, through the arms and the shoulder girdle. And the final version of this pose, we bring the hips down, the toes up, gazing forward, slightly up for 1, 2, staying strong, 3, 4, and 5. Just go ahead and bend the knees. We'll come back down to the ground. Nothing fancy today. Extending the legs out forward, sitting up nice and tall, bending the knees, and rolling on the back. So starting with the constructive rest position, heels away from the knees, knees facing the ceiling. So we're not rolling our hips open or closed. Arms anywhere that feels comfortable for you. Just taking a breath, releasing, relaxing the muscles through the pelvis. We're going to finish today with just one more pose here, bridge pose. We'll make it a little bit fancy, activate those glutes, also the legs, also the back. So heels near to the hips, feet hips distance apart, feet parallel, toes facing forward, palms down near to the hips, palms facing down. You might already roll the chest and shoulders open a little bit. As we inhale, we press through the heels, roll the thighs in, lift the hips, keep lifting the hips as we roll the shoulders under. This is your first bridge pose. Stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you're comfortable, we'll see if we can lift that right leg up, pointing the toes for 1. Keep pressing through that left leg. 2, 3,
4, almost there. And 5, slowly right leg down, shifting, lifting the left leg. Right leg stay strong, neck off the ground for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly releasing the left leg, releasing, relaxing the spine down. Take a breath. Bending the knees, grabbing the knees from above or below, slightly rocking forward and back, side to side, releasing any tension on the spine, anything that feels comfortable, good for your body. Before lying on the ground, again taking a gentle inversion. If you have shoulder stand in your practice and you want to take it, go ahead and do so. I'm only going to count to 12 today, so adjusting yourself or taking other poses if you want to. Slowly, using core strength, let's inhale, bring the legs up to 90 degrees. You may stay here. Bend the knees if you feel any tension on the lower spine, or you can lie against the wall, toes facing up, relaxing the spine. For 1, breathing deeply. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Everybody back into this position. You might slightly bend the knees. We're going to rock ourselves up into seated. And we'll finish today's practice with an ode to a finishing Ashtanga sequence. If you can, we'll take full lotus. Right heel comes into the left hip crease. Left heel comes into the right. If this is difficult, if your hips are tight, no problem. Go ahead and take any cross-legged position, even if it's kind of something like this, okay? We'll see what we can do. We're going to press our palms down into the ground and try to lift our hips up. If your feet are open, you might leave them on the ground and just try to use your core and your arms to lift up. If you're in lotus, we should be coming all the way up off the ground. I'm going to count to 10. Keep active. You've got this. Last pose, Utputihi. Inhaling, pressing through the palms, lifting the hips. For 1, keep breathing. 2, 3, 4, almost there. 5, 6, 7, 8, so 2 more. 9, strong core. And 10, go ahead and release. Ready for Shavasana. Slowly opening the legs. Finding a comfortable position on your spine. Please do this part of the practice. It's going to help your nervous system get back to baseline. With a little bit of relaxation through the muscles. So, lying on the back. Feet hip distance apart, maybe slightly wider. This time, releasing, relaxing through the hips. So the feet roll out to the side. Arms parallel to your legs, maybe slightly wider. Palms facing the ceiling. See if your spine feels long or if it feels a bit compressed. If it does, go ahead and adjust yourself. See if you can make your spine feel longer. See if you can let your shoulders relax into the ground. Let your chest roll open. Feel as if you're sinking into the ground. Your spine finds its normal curve. When you're ready, closing your eyes and letting that body calm down and find its baseline. Mindfully relaxing the jaw, relaxing the face. Slowly bring your awareness back into your body. Gently wiggling your fingers, moving your toes. If you want to, you can slide your heels together along the ground. Bring your palms together over the head. One more time, inhaling, stretching the body anywhere where you feel like you need it. See what needs activation. Exhaling, gently releasing. Taking your time, bending your knees, keeping those eyes closed. Rolling over onto one side of the body, using the lower arm as a pillow. Your upper arm for support. Pressing yourself up into any comfortable seated position. When you're ready, slowly opening your eyes. Thank you for joining me for the practice today. It is definitely harder to speak and demo a strengthening or power yoga class at the same time. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If it was challenging, remember that was the goal. We're all working on getting just a bit stronger these days, all right? So wishing you all resilience and peace. Go wash your hands, go wash your face. Have a great rest of your day.